ask and I shall deliver. I'm going to do this super impromptu, and we're going to talk about Pluto entering into Aquarius and my opinions, my thoughts on it, all right? Look, I think that there is a lot of excitement, and rightfully so, around this energy and this shift of change with Pluto moving into Aquarius. I think that it's due time, okay, for things to change, for things to evolve. If you don't like the glasses, I'm sorry. I need to wear them with all the lighting that I work with. Your girl's got to take care of her eyeballs, and you should take care of your eyeballs too. Not sponsored, just letting you know. But look, back to Pluto and Aquarius. You and I are going to see the beginning of this change. You have to remember, this is a 20-year transit. I think it's like actually in total 22 years. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like I'm right about that. But either way, it's a 20-year transit. So Pluto in Aquarius is going to like have this wave of massive change for 20 years. So if you want perspective, think about your lifespan, especially if you're older than 20, like I am. Think about your lifespan over the last 20 years. Like when I go back, so I'm 38, I turned 39 this year, and I go back to when I was 19 to now, dude, that's a lot of change. And so I don't want you to think that what we're going to see in a collective world is going to happen overnight. Even in your own life, look, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to be so brutally honest. If you truly, like actually want to change your life, not you saying like, yeah, I want to change my life. Yeah, I want my dream life. Yeah, I want this. No, I'm saying like you actually want to do it. You want to put in the work. You want to invest in yourself. You want to hustle. You want to find purpose and pleasure and fulfillment and happiness in your life. And you know that that's going to take you work to do, right? Like we can choose to look at work as hard work in a bad way, or purposeful work, purposeful hard work in a good way. So if you are in this space right now of like truly wanting to manifest and attract your dream life, this Pluto and Aquarius transit, babe, wherever it's aspecting in your natal chart, that's where you could that's where you have massive capacity for transformation and also wealth. Because remember, Pluto deals with money. And when Pluto moves into Aquarius on a collective stage, like the big stage, the big world, we're going to see the people who choose to tap into their authenticity, their individuality, their creativity, their uniqueness. Those are going to be the people who are going to be generating massive wealth. Like I would not be surprised if new faces start coming out of nowhere, especially on social media, because Aquarius is social media. It's tech. It's you and I, guys. It's you and I, like here talking, having this conversation. There's this energy with Aquarius about humanitarianism, collective revolution, evolution, rebellionism, right? Like going against the status quo. And there's also this tech involvement, this community involvement, right? Aquarius is very techy, and it's very evolutionary in its tech. So how you choose to use technology in your own personal revolution, aligning with your soul purpose, aligning with your cosmic destiny, aligning with your gifts, right? Is how you will, like that's the path, that's the equation to amass or have the capacity to attract massive wealth into your life, to create that steady flow of income, to create that cash flow that you've been seeking so that you can live life on your terms, which means on a Wednesday, if you want to lay in bed all day, you can. And on that Friday, if you want to go to the spa, you can. Like that's this Pluto and Aquarius energy, okay? For people who are truly wanting to transform their lives. If we look at this from a collective stage, like I said before, this is going to be a time where a lot of people are going to start like becoming famous or becoming well known for being different and unique. long gone are the days of like cookie cutter, of like typical influencer, of like, look at me, this is my OOTD. Like, people want real, people want raw, people want authenticity. This is how we're connecting. You're probably watching this in bed or on your drive or brushing your teeth or taking a poop. And I'm recording this at, I'm gonna tell you right now what time it is. Hello? Oh my God, it's because I'm using my left hand. My mouse is like, you're not left-handed. It's 11:09 p.m. And I'm sitting here in my office. You can see like, there's nothing fancy. I have a ring light. This is my desk. I forgot to turn off my light. And I was like, you know what? I saw somebody comment saying that they wanted me to make this video. So I'm going to make this video right now. I literally have my iPhone hooked up to the cinematic lens. My makeup is a few hours old because I've been recording all day. Like that's what we want. You want to connect with me and I want to connect with you in a way that's intimate, in a way that's vulnerable, in a way that's authentic. And that's going to be the collective vibe moving forward. And so the people collectively who are ushering in great change, great revolutionary change for humanity are going to have those themes at the forefront. Those are going to be like part of their values. That's what we're going to be seeing, this massive wave of change. This is high octave shit, right? Like what I'm talking about is, yeah, we can talk about age of Aquarius, whatever. I'm talking about us realizing that we don't need to be like anybody else. That it is okay for you and your gorgeous, beautiful, magnificent self to be you. And that's what's so beautiful about you. Ew, I'm crying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that like I cry when I get overwhelmed with beautiful emotions. This is not that I'm not grounded or that like I'm attaching to people's energy. No, this is like the passion, the emotion that I feel that literally hits every crevice of my body and it results in a release of beautiful tears. That's authenticity, right? And so you got to find your authenticity. You're asking me, oh, what can we expect for the age of Aquarius? It's you finding you, babe. Who are you? If I sat beside you and you and I were having a really vulnerable, honest conversation and I said to you, who are you? What do you love? What makes you laugh? What brings you joy? What are you afraid of? What are your deepest fears? What are your deepest insecurities? Tell me a time when somebody made you feel inadequate. Or share a moment in your life where you felt like you were on top of the world. Or why don't you tell me the story of your proudest moment to date? Or what is a story or a time in your life that you can share with me where you realize that you are reclaiming your power? Right? If you can sit there and have that vulnerable conversation with me and be honest with me, and you tapped into this Pluto and Aquarius energy. Pluto, you know, we talk about death, we talk about rebirth, we talk about money, we talk about the occult, but Pluto is so much more than that. Pluto is the last planet in our solar system. And they don't even consider it a planet, I think, right? Or it's called a dwarf planet, whatever. They try and judge it. It's Pluto, babe. It's Pluto. It's quirky, it's weird, it's the very end, right? It does its own thing. But Pluto, if you think about it on the grand scale thing, Pluto's like the very edge, right? Like my arm isn't even there. I have to like come out of the screen for my arm to be there. It's the very edge and it watches everything into the sun, right? And the moon, right? So it's crazy how it has that like massive ability to just not overshadow, but like oversee everything. And it's responsible for your desire to dive deep into your fears, into your subconscious, into the suppressed parts of yourself, the repressed parts of yourself. It can also help you to accumulate massive wealth and generate great power. Dude, you guys remember what happened when we had that last big Pluto thing in Capricorn? The whole world shut down. It doesn't get more powerful than that. So now think about how the government structures had that much power when Pluto was in Capricorn, because Capricorn rules the government and Aquarius rules the people. The people will get their power back. But like I said, this is a 20-year transit, right? It's a 20-year transit. And so when we see that it's a 20-year transit. We understand that individually, the transformations will take 20 years to like come full circle, but it doesn't mean that you can't take the steps you're guided to take right now. You're my bestie. We're besties. I'm telling you, go take that course. Go sign up to that course. Make it happen. Make it fit in your budget. Stop fucking giving me excuses and make it happen. You want a mentor? Go pay for one. You want to make more money? Go invest in yourself through education, through knowledge, through deeper learning. Pluto is like detective. Deeper knowledge, deeper learning. In astrology, Pluto sits in the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of the occult. It's the house of the hidden. It's life's enigmas. It's also money. And I know I keep circling back to money, but you got to understand how interconnected all that is, okay? I read a stat that said that this year, for every 10 people in the middle class, sorry, I'm using my hand with the other for the mic. So that every 10 people in the middle class, 3 people will get richer this year and 7 will get poorer. And to me, when I look at that from like an economy perspective, and then I'm objective, and then I know about spirituality, and I know about energy, and then I know about astrology, and I'm a psychic, and I realize that the reason why we're going to see that huge gap is in those 3 people that are going to get richer are the people that are going to step into their individuality, the people who are going to own their authenticity, the people who are going to realize that they have a soul purpose, a cosmic destiny, and it's their time to share their gifts with the world, and they're going to make those investments, right? Because of the long-term plan. 20 years, right? 20 years, that's the theme, right? The transit is a 20-year transit. So because there's that long-term plan, they're not looking at them investing $2,000 or $3,000 in a life coach or a course or higher learning or studying as like an expense, or, oh, I'm dishing out this cash, or, oh my God, I'm going to be out $3,000, or, oh my God, I'm going to be out $2,000, or, oh my God, that's so much money. Like, I don't have that money. They're not thinking like that. Those 3 people that are going to get richer are literally thinking, I invest in myself $3,000 right now, $2,000 right now, I'm going to have billions, multi-millions. When I look at the legacy I leave behind, because in 20 years from now, if you're anywhere to my age, we're going to be close to the age of retirement, right? I'm 38, 48, 58, close to the age of retirement. So if you're asking me, well, Charlene, would you invest money in yourself? Fuck yeah, I invest money in myself all the time. I'm always learning something new. I'm always looking for that next mentor, that next guide, the next thing to teach me something. Because evolution, revolution, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power equals wealth, equals money, equals legacy that I leave behind for my kids. And look, between me and you and the wall, the rich are going to keep getting richer. So are you going to choose to take a piece of that pie, or are you going to be like those other 7 people and turn around and be like, no, I'd rather get poorer? I can tell you what to do. You're asking me about Pluto and Aquarius. This is the vibe. This is the vibe, right? The things that you've been manifesting, the things that you've been asking, the sign for the sign for the sign for the sign, this is the sign. Pluto and Aquarius is the sign. And if you want to know how this Pluto and Aquarius transit is going to specifically influence you and impact you, you're going to want to get your own natal chart. You're going to want to pull up and see what house Aquarius rules in your natal chart. It'll either be 1 to 12, right? Look at the house that rules Aquarius. And then you're going to want to look at the following planets. You're going to want to look at Uranus. You're going to look at Saturn. In traditional astrology, Aquarius is connected to Saturn. And in modern astrology, it's Uranus. And so wherever Uranus sits in your chart and wherever Saturn sits in your chart will also be influenced by this Pluto and Aquarius transit. And I can't tell you how it's gonna affect you, because there's so many different combinations. You'd have to book a session with me, and I'm happy to do that with you. But I can turn around and show you like how it's influencing me, right? So you can begin to get a grasp of the power that exists there, okay? So I have Aquarius 12th house. So when Pluto transits into my 12th house, it's going to start helping me get deeper into spirituality, the mystical world, the psychic world. That's where I'm transforming my life. That's where I'm learning more. And I know I'm supposed to teach you guys this. That's why I'm making this video. So do you see how the alignment already begins? And then I have Saturn in my 9th house, actually very close to my midhaven. And the 9th house is higher learning. It's travel, it's philosophy. It has to do with morals, ethics, values, law. It has to do with teaching. And then I have Uranus in my 10th house, my public image, my career. So do you see how the influences start showing? Like, I know over the next 20 years, I know where I'm going. I don't need to talk to you about me. You're following me, you're watching this for a reason. I know where I'm going, right? But I have to do the work. I have to invest in myself. I have to put in that energy. I have to believe in myself. I have to be willing to face my fears head on, because Pluto forces you to face your fears. So you're going to want to look at that house, and you're going to want to look at those aspects, those planets that I told you about, because it's going to help see what part of your life is going to be transformed. In your first house, Pluto is transforming you. In your second house, it's your values, your self-worth, your money. In your third house, it's communication, neighbors. In your fourth house, it's your home. In your fifth house, it's your creativity. In your sixth house, it's your health and day-to-day routine. Your seventh house, your partnerships. Your business partnerships as well, like love and business. In your eighth house, it's the hidden, it's the enigmas, it's inheritances, it's other people's money, it's the occult. In the ninth house, it's higher learning. I just told you. In the 10th house, it's public image, your career. In the 11th house, it's your friends, your environments, your groups, like your network, your social groups. So do you see how for every single one of you, all these moving parts are going to influence you individually? So when you ask me, well, what's Pluto and Aquarius going to do? Individually, it can help you literally step into your soul purpose and literally live your dream life. Bottom line, that dream life that you have, it's yours. You tune into this Pluto and Aquarius energy, it's yours. You will amass that stability, that great wealth, that security, that happiness, that fulfillment. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You just have to face fear. You got to work through the blockages. You got to do the work, and you'll reap the rewards. Literally. So that in 20 years from now, when you look back, you're like, I did this. Versus, oh my God, I wasted so much time of my life. Are you going to be the 3 people that get richer, or the 7 people that get poorer? Right? That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. Now, on a collective stage. And a collective stage is where shit gets real. And I really only planned this video to be like 10 minutes long, but I think we're a little bit past that now. On the world stage, like, do I tell you the truth? Yeah, sure, I will. You know what? We're probably going to walk into a war. We're probably going to see a war bigger than what we're already seeing happen right now with Palestine and Ukraine, like bigger, because the current systems are no longer supporting our evolution. And so a revolution has to take place, right? Think about when the Berlin Wall came down. Think about when, any sort of movement brought forward more freedom for the people. That's what we're coming into. And so, yeah, that does look scary, right? And so I go back to, are you going to get yourself richer? Because the rich are going to keep getting richer, or are you not? In a war, or let's just say worst case scenario, not that I want to go there, but like a catastrophic situation, do you want to have money to be able to protect yourself or not? Because will money ever stop ruling this world? I don't think so. I think Our views on money are going to change, absolutely. But I don't think that all of a sudden we're going to stop, stop money. Like, money is not going to stop. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to stop. So I go back to are you going to be the 3 people getting richer or the 7 people getting poorer? Because with all this massive upheaval and change and destruction that we're going to witness and we're going to see, okay, I'm not trying to be gloom and doom, and I'm not saying it's going to be like awful and catastrophic and all this stuff. Like, I'm not going there. I'm just saying it's going to happen. We're already seeing it. We just don't see it, especially if you're in North America. You just don't see it because you're in North America. But like, Europe's already seeing it. The Middle East is already seeing it. Yeah, and so it's just a matter of time before it trickles everywhere else. Venezuela, South America, they're already seeing it. It's just a matter of time before it trickles everywhere else. I would look to inspiration like places like, I think what the president of El Salvador is doing is really good. Countries that are creating a self-sufficiency and sovereignty in themselves, right? And individual autonomy, that's going to be a big thing. Because if not, you'll get caught in the lower octave energy of the age of Aquarius. And that lower octave energy of age of Aquarius, you become a number in a system as part of a conveyor line. Robotics, right? AI, absolutely. AI is going to like be huge, dude. Same with like literal like robotic maids. We've already seen the robotic dogs. Like that kind of stuff's gonna be big. But again, do you want to get caught in the dystopian world, or do you want to create your own utopia? I'm always gonna bring it back to that because that's the big theme here. In the next year, I think we're going to see a lot of a wave of women coming into power, and not the women who are upheld by men, but women who are upheld by other women. If you are a woman and you found yourself really struggling to build female friendships, it's because the females that didn't belong in your life were being like removed, and you're coming into the space where you're going to start aligning with women who are your vibe. Okay, you know, if you're a guy watching this, I'm not saying that like men aren't important, and you're obviously important. I'm just saying that we're coming into this more feminine space, receptive space, creative space, because we got to create balance. We're out of balance right now, right? We're too masculine as a collective on Earth. We got to restore more balance. And so we're going to be seeing more of a connection to how can we use technology to connect us back to Earth? How can we use technology to help save Earth? How can we use and work with technology to help us understand how to support the changes of Earth? I'm also, like I said, I'm also seeing a lot of women coming into power. A lot, there's just like this big movement of like, not feminism, but like female energy, the divine feminine. So receptivity, creativity, sensuality, creation, nurturing, okay, that stuff. I think that we are going to see more people who are too afraid to step into their power, into their purpose, become more codependent on the government, financial aid, all that kind of stuff. And listen, every single person has their journey, right? So we can't judge people. It's not about judgment. It's about recognizing and realizing that every single person has a purpose on this earth. I think I'm also going to say to you guys that in the next 5 years, we're going to see leaps and bounds in tech. Leaps and bounds. Like not small things, like big things, where if you were to replay this video 10 years from now, you'd be like, how the hell did she know? But like also like, what the hell? Like that's big. big technological advances. Do I think aliens are going to come to Earth? I think aliens are already here, honestly. We're all aliens. We're all weird. Look at your fingers. Look at your feet. We're all kind of alien looking when you like become objective to it all. I think there's going to be also a deep push for more spirituality in people's lives. Connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to energy, connecting to consciousness. I think somewhere along the way, someone is going to invent through tech, through AI, through like, I don't know, innovation, how to like either astral travel or time jump or time travel, or be able to like go into like super consciousness but be in like a heightened state of awareness. I also think that like psychedelics are going to make a comeback, but in a more controlled way and in a way for more healing. I think that's going to happen in like the pharmaceutical health space. I also think that we're going to either like we're going to divide really big in terms of our food. Some people are going to go down like deep naturalism, like let's just go back to earth, you know, killing our own animals, being self-sufficient, foraging, etc. And then other people are really going to go into like the you know, everything has to be like made to save the environment. We can't like we can't eat cows, we can't eat dude. Like I see like a big divide there. I think that's what I've got for you. You know, I hope that this video was helpful for you. It's very impromptu. I've never done a video like this. Hopefully like you guys like this, this way of doing videos. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. All right. If you want to work together with me, if you are one of those people who wants to be the 3 people that get richer, there's links down in the description box below to work together with me. I'm hosting different containers this year. I'm doing a lot of stuff to help people with their own soul revolution, spiritual revolution, or you can take my pre-recorded courses, whether it's the tarot certification or my Align course, all the stuff's down there. All right. I'm going to leave it here, okay? Let me know if you like this kind of video in the comments below and if it was helpful for you. And I hope you have a good night. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out.